I know. I like them.
I mean, I asked.
Yes, yes. Dude, Utica's really good.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
They're like fifth in the country and shit.
Oh, they go smoking.
No, not no. We'll be fine. But they're good.
I've never seen, you guys got like white jerseys, right?
Yeah. We had long stuff.
We are grateful for your attendance today and encourage enthusiastic cheering. Be loud, be proud, and always show respect. And now let's meet the starters for this evening's contest. First, from the visiting Utica Pioneers. On defense, a grad student from Agawam, Massachusetts. Number 2, Brian Scoville. On defense, a sophomore from Bolton, Ontario. Number 4, Aiden Perret. Starting at forward, a sophomore from Montreal, Quebec. Number 20, Theo Deodario. Starting at forward, a grad student from Acton Vale, Quebec. Number 24, Jacob Groh. Starting at forward, a sophomore from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Number 17, Drake Morse. And starting in goal for the Pioneers this evening, a first year from Heartland, Michigan. Number 35, Ryan Garrow.
Yeah.
And the rest of the Utica Pioneers. Utica is coached by Gary Heenan, assisted by Nick Marion and Adam Decker. They come into today's contest with a record of 13 wins, 2 losses, 1 tie. And now let's meet the starters for your Nazareth University Golden Flyers. On defense, from right here in Rochester, New York, your captain, number 23, Jerry Schwartz. On defense, a first year from Hudson, New Hampshire, number 4, Andrew Miller. Starting at left wing, a senior from Clarence Center, New York, number 22, Ethan Luiso. And right wing, a sophomore from Middleton, Massachusetts, number 14, Will Halecki. Starting at center, a senior from Shrewsbury, Massachusetts, number 7, Anthony Quinlivan. And starting in goal this evening for the Golden Flyers, a senior from Milton, Georgia, number 31, Matt Sale. And the rest of the Nazareth University
One of the
Golden
things my
Flyers.
brother had him do was like
Nazareth
try
is
and
coached by
find
George
pictures of
Roll,
32 NFL
assisted by
teams
James
that
McDonough
are there.
and Frank Dahl.
He said they've been
They
able to
come
find
into
all but
today's
2.
contest with a
He
record of
asked me
6
to guess
wins,
which 2. I
8
got one of
losses,
them.
and 2 ties.
He said one of them.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise if you are able and kindly remove any non-religious headgear. Veterans may render a hand salute as we honor America with a performance of the Star-Spangled Banner this evening by Nazareth Junior Samantha Stolzenberg.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in
Today is Nazareth's face-off against Cancer game. Cancer is the toughest opponent that any player, coach, or
And good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Tim Hortons Iceplex in the Chick-fil-A Arena, the home ice for your Nazareth University Golden Flyers. Naz is about to wrap up the two toughest weeks of hockey they've known in a long time. Back-to-back games against Geneseo and Utica, two of the top three teams in the country. Now, they look to steal one win out of these last two weekends. They thought it might happen January 17th against Geneseo, but Naz lost it overtime. They thought it might happen Thursday night in Utica, but 4 Utica goals in 37 seconds helped Utica to a 5-4 win. Naz is in a fight for third and fourth place in the conference. Those get you a home playoff game. Right now they're in fifth, but they face Chatham and Manhattanville over the next 14 days. Naz, the last win against Utica was 2018. November 2018, and we're underway in a quick shot. And a save by the Utica goaltender, Ryan Piros. The Pioneers have won 20 games in a row against the Flyers, but Naz has won 3 games against top 15 teams this season, and they proved Thursday that they can skate with Utica. So you want to steal a win? You got to do it tonight. Another shot goes up over the glass, right off the Chick-fil-A banner behind the Utica net. And 2 quick whistles 10 seconds into this game. New puck comes into play. One linesman will hand it to another. Anthony Quinlivan on the draw. He's out there with Will Halecki and Ethan Luizos. And Scoville will fire this around. Quickly out, no icing. Miller chased by Morse. Watch out for Morse, by the way. He's just coming off just a simple hat trick against the Golden Flyers. He basically won that game for Utica Thursday night down the thruway. He's number 17. He's at the middle of the ice. Dario chips that forward past Miller to Antoine Lucier. Lucier centers the big line with Blake Frost and Logan Tobias. Jeremy Schwartz behind the net. Now into the zone. Flipped out by the Pioneers. Bounces over the blue line and shot by Frost right back in. There's Tobias tipping it forward to Meineke. Meineke to Lucier. Lucier tries to go cross ice. Brighton throws it back in, but right onto the stick of Dressler. And the big defenseman fans on that a little bit, but he gets it down far enough to Ben Schulteis. Far side. Fired in by Gutt. Liam Quinlivan will pick this up off the boards. Tries to avoid a hit by Delarevere. Now there's Shen. Pulled away from him. 30 is Lundberg. And now the senior Schaefer up to Kai Shen. Shen with some speed and some space. Shen shot! And a save by Piros. Both teams will change. Out comes the line of Nate Mann, Harrison Dumas, and Lucas Stanijevic. Griffin Green and Daisuke Agusa, the defenseman for the Flyers. Taken away by Perek. Near side to Bro. Bro in front, backhand. Nice defensive play by Green. He got his stick on puck. There's a long shot. Sales has lost his stick. Now he'll pick it up. Morse feeds it back into the corner. Back up to the point. That shot blocked by Dumas. Gusa tries to get that to the other side. It's taken away by Morse, and then a quick shot on net, and Morse with a huge hit on Green into the corner. Here's Morse back to the point. Gusa throws one of the Pioneers into the boards. Here's Perek. Utica controlling the play here. Still running that cycle. Up top, long shot deflected. Oh my goodness, just wide of the net. Eric Vitale was right there on the doorstep. This Nazareth line has been out here forever. A block by Stanijevic. Mann has got to clear that. Dumas will be able to change. Still will Stanijevic. Vitale throws that on net. And Matt Sales gobbles that up for a freeze. John Gutt on the draw, goes forward with it. Murphy throws it up the boards, but Gutt picks it up, goes right back to Miller. Miller can't get by the D. Anthony Quinlivan will follow that up. Anthony Quinlivan, the player of the week in the conference 2 weeks ago. 2 goals against Cortland, 2 goals against Oswego. Luizos is behind his net. Miller backs off. Utica comes away with it. Back to Scoville, his slap shot. Goes in behind the net. Scoville with a goal in the game on Thursday night. Now here's Dax. Backs up the boards. In front to De La Riviere, his wrist shot. Just misses the top corner. Luizos knocked down by Antoine Lucier. Now Dressler in his own zone. Gets that to Frost. Tobias is out there too. Lucier will throw that in. And Schulteis wraps it around the boards. Dressler backs away as here comes the Pioneers. Lundberg inside to Hughes. Now Hughes will wrap it around the boards. Back up to the point to Brighton. Back into Hughes. Schulteis is at the point. He's got it. One-timer. I think that went off of Lundberg. Now here's Tobias with some space. Inside to Frost, and he just missed that puck. Brighton turns around. That chip pass goes back to Christian Kupani. Frost will throw that in, and Nazareth will change. We played 5 minutes in the game. No score. Utica with 4 shots on net. Naz with just 2. Schulteis circles back into his own zone. Patterson will throw that back in. Brighton to Schulteis. They'll try the other side. This should be icing. And it is. Pioneers 13-2-1 overall, 9-1-1 in the conference, and it's them and Geneseo battling for first place in that conference. Geneseo beating Chatham, by the way, after 2 periods, 5-0. So the Knights on their way to a win at home. Shen throws that down in low. Schaefer is there, bodied away from the puck, and here come the Pioneers. 19 was Brighton. He'll throw that in and change. He had to stay out there because of the icing. So now the entire Utica line is fresh on the ice. Shen helps out behind the net. 21 is Vitale. Bro is out there as well. Puck gets flipped up into the air. Watch that play by Nazareth to flip that up with a pinching, with a team that likes to pinch its defense so much. With Utica, Vitale's wrist shot goes off another body, tries to wrap around, comes to Stanijevic. Picked up by Dumas. Dumas on the outside. Long shot over the blue line, comes right back to him. And cleared away to Morse. Morse threw that out of the zone, hit one of the Nazareth players as they were trying to get out. No call by the referees on the offside. Scoville, long bounce pass to Morse, goes right to Green. To Mann, who will throw that back into the zone. Here's Halecki. Halecki picks up that loose puck. Back to the point. Agusa throws it into the corner again to Mann. Pushed off by Scoville. It's right in between Scoville's feet. Now comes loose. Green steps into the play. Behind the net. Back to Agusa again. Throws that on net. And Mann was right there on the doorstep, but Ryan Piros freezes another one. And a whistle with 12:58 to go in the first. So this is kind of the way the game was going Thursday night. And Nazareth, talking to a couple of the people with the team, thought, okay, we're going to go into the second period or the first intermission, tied at 0. And then Utica scored 2 goals in 26 seconds. Another icing call. That was a borderline call right there. But Utica, 2 goals, 26 seconds at the end of the first period. It made it 2-0. Andrew De La Rivera on the draw against Anthony Quinlivan. Meineke back at the point, waiting for it. Utica wins this draw. Correct throws it around. Picked up by Reed Oliver. Stopped by Quinlivan. Throws that back. Piros out of his net. Calmly backhands it along the boards. Cleared up to the middle to Meineke. Meineke had to be quick. He is. To Luizos. His pass towards Halecki gets off a skate. And right back to the Pioneers. Lundberg clears that into the corner. De La Rivera pushes Schwartz. Puck comes loose to Meineke. Meineke's pass stopped by Hughes. And then stopped by the referee. And finally cleared out by Nazareth. No icing here. They called it. My goodness. George Roll on the Nazareth bench making an argument that it went through some players and it was curling like a curling rock, and I guess made it as far as the house. And the linesman called it icing. So now face off to the right of Matt Sales, the senior goaltender from Milton, Georgia. Here's Morse. Brighton. Shot deflected. Loose puck. And now Halecki will clear. This might be a 2-on-1, but Quinlivan was changing. So Halecki will throw that into the corner. Long lead pass up to Daddario. Sails out of his net. He goes up to Schwartz. Schwartz to Frost. Frost to Lucier. Lucier loses the handle on that. Comes back to Frost. Everybody's on side except Lucier. And the linesman calls offside. Pioneers are undefeated in 2025, 4-0. 4-0, excuse me. And averaging 4 goals a game. Here's Agusa. Long slap shot, gloved by Piros. Scoville leaves it for Bax. Up the middle. Wood and Agusa with a big hit, and that's a penalty called. Interference called against Agusa. Let's see that play again if we can. So there was a chase for the puck. And there's the hit in the corner. So George Roll is talking to the officials on the bench. The 2 guys going for the puck. It's a physical game. The referees call a penalty on it. And boy, this is the last team you want to give penalties to. They've got the best power play in the conference. 14 goals and 47 attempts. They score once every 3 times on the power play. Here's Morse. Down and low through the slot, and it's in.
He receives a minor for interference. That's Ikusa off for interference.
Utica with a 1-0 lead on the power play. And it happens right off the draw. We'll check that highlight in a moment. Here come the Pioneers. They'll wrap it around. Nazareth have gotten used to playing from behind. They were down to Utica several times, down to Geneseo, down to Cortland, who they came back to beat. So playing from behind is okay, not ideal, but okay for this team. Here's Schaefer in the corner. Spin, sideways, goal! Liam Quinlivan on the quick shot from Joey Schaefer. And that's the grit we've seen from this team playing from behind. Schaefer gathered that puck up on the boards. Here we go. There's a quick turn by Schaefer. Quinlivan will go in front of the net. There he is. Here comes the shot. Oh, perfect position, and the deflection up just under the crossbar, and we're tied at 1. One of the things that the Nazareth Flyers told me before this game is that what Thursday showed is that they can skate with Utica. They did that in the second period. Until, of course, the end of the second period when the Pioneers scored 2 goals in 11 seconds. So the Flyers put themselves in a hole there. Here's Green. Stops up off the glass. Glove down. No glove pass there. Man can't keep it in. Green goes back to Agusa. Got to get over that red line. Linesman waves it off. Under 10 minutes to go. A 1-1 game. In this one win, the Flyers are trying to steal against the second and third ranked teams in the country, Geneseo and Utica. Scoville. Back to Purek. Here is Purek on the rush. Dumps that into Meineke. 15 is Caffarelli. Out in front. Stopped at the blue line. Scoville heads up. Purek shot. Deflected. Goes into the corner. 16 is Gullickson. Gullickson throws that in behind the net. And Halecki with a chance to clear, and he does. Scoville, another dump in. Boy, that's what the Pioneers do. They just throw that puck in deep, and then it's just relentless pressure causing those turnovers, and then it's puck possession after that. Bro almost intercepted it there. Lucier up to Tobias. First time that Logan's had the puck on his stick. Tobias backhands that down in low. He was checked closely by Brighton. Tobias picks that out of the air. Kept right on that blue line. Frost is there. Utica will get it, and Daddario dumps that in to Sales, who paddles it into the corner. Frost with some speed. Frost has it. Tripped down. No call. In front! And Tobias puts it up over the net. Boy, the speed on this line for Nazareth is just incredible. Love to watch it. And here it is. Watch the speed by Frost right there. Oh, it just finds the extra gear and then loses the edge, but Tobias is in front, and it goes up over the net. Taken away by Schaefer. Schaefer's got the assist on the first goal. There's Liam Quinlivan who got it. Cross ice pass, intercepted. Shen was kind of hanging in the top of the circle looking for the one-timer. Another dump in. This time it's going to work. Come right to Wood. Wood loses that. Goes to Patterson. Patterson picks it up in the corner. Fires back to Wood near side. Perek coming up from the point. Now he'll circle back. Shot. Bad angle. Sales. Save. Puck is still there. Reaches out. Still loose. Taken away by Liam Quinlivan. And a flip up gathered by Perek. Deja vu again. Another dump in by Utica. Works so well for them. That pass goes over the stick of Dressler. The 2 goals, those 2 pockets of goals, 26 seconds apart and 11 seconds apart, were all the result of turnovers by Nazareth in their own zone. Another penalty coming up to Nazareth, another hitting call, this time against Mann. Utica going to go on the power play again. We'll see what the call is against Mann. As I was making my notes before the game, I mentally thought and wrote down, stay out of the box. This is the second penalty for Nazareth. And now the officials are talking about it. Is it more than just a 2-minute contact penalty? 2 minutes hitting from behind. So here comes the best power play in the conference and maybe one of the best in the country. They win that draw to Purek. Shot deflected and knocked away out of the air by Dumas.
Nazareth penalty assessed to number 17, Nate Mann. He receives a minor for checking from behind.
Here's Purek to Bro. Two other players by Utica are way behind the play. Now they come in. There's Gutt. Near side to Morse. Morse with the hat trick on Thursday night. Top of the point, Purek, and a whistle. And inside the crease is the call, and the faceoff goes outside the Nazareth zone. John Bro on the draw. Morse is along the near side. Caffarelli, number 15, the other winger on the power play. Here's Purek. Drops to Morse. Thrown back in to Green with a chance to fire that up the boards. Taken away out front. Bro, turnaround shot. Great save by Sales. And cleared away by Quinlivan. 1 minute to go in the Utica power play. Here comes Scoville. Far side to Vitale. Murphy is here, runs in to Harrison Dumas. Anthony Quinlivan, number 7, is right there, looking for it. Back to the point to Scoville. Quinlivan checks him, near side to Wood. To Scoville. Vitale parked right in front of Sales. No shooting lane yet for Utica. Half a minute to go in the power play. Intercepted by Quinlivan and cleared by Dumas right on net. And Piros had to save that. Nazareth throws out another set of penalty killers for the final 16 seconds. Halecki and Liam Quinlivan. '20 is Daddario. He threw it in, and Nazareth throws it right back out. So Mann comes out of the box. Nazareth kills that penalty. Lucier on Scoville. Cross ice just over the stick of Frost. Boy, if Frost picks that up, there's nobody between him and the net. Brighton. Over to Schulteis. Tobias takes his man out, then pulls the puck in between his legs. Long lead pass, tried to find Frost. Schulteis safely up the boards. This will be icing. And Nazareth will have a face-off inside the Nazareth zone. .4:18 to go first period. 1-1 between Nazareth and Utica. Geneseo is winning its game 5-0 in the third period. Manhattanville has already beaten Brockport. Chatham and Manhattanville are the teams that the Flyers are chasing for third or fourth place in the conference. Remember, that's what they're shooting for here. And a win against Utica that's just a bonus win. That shot deflected up over the netting up above the glass. So third or fourth, that gets you a home playoff game. That's pretty big. Here's Kai Shen with Schaefer and Quinlivan. The forwards, Meineke and Dressler on the point. Draw one by Utica. And another icing call against the Pioneers. Boy, face-offs is a area of concern, I would describe it, for Nazareth, they just get beaten a lot on draws, and there is going to be a critical face-off here coming up that they are going to have to win. It's been a struggle all season. Another win by Utica. And another icing call against Utica. Both teams will keep their lines out there. Nazareth 6-8-2 overall, 2-7-2 in the conference. They've lost 4 in a row, but that's a little misleading. Some of those games have been really tough. An overtime loss against Geneseo, the 5-4 loss against Utica. They've played tough games. They are 3-4-1 at home, so a win here would get them back to 500 on home ice as that puck goes up over the glass and in the stands just in front of us. Utica wins another draw. On the far side, by Agusa. Alecki follows Murphy down in there. Gut to the point. Slap shot. Out in front. Gut tries to go at it again. Now it's loose in front again. And cleared out of the zone. Boy, John Gut made one circle, came back out, circled back in. The puck was right there in the slot. Face-off move back down into the Utica zone with 2:44 on the clock. 5-1 now Geneseo over Chatham with about half the third period to play. Manhattanville with a 3-0 shutout against Brockport in Brockport. Harrison Dumas on the draw. And another win by Utica. Stanijevic keeps that in. Goes right back out to Dumas again. He'll fire it in. Piros out of his net. Man, just too far for his reach. Comes back to Stanijevic. Wrist shot. Blocked by one of the defenders. That was Brighton who stopped, and it's Brighton who's leading the rush. He'll flip that in and change, just like the rest of his teammates. Dressler behind his net. Chased by Gullickson. Dupani takes a hit from Vitali as he throws it in. Piros out of his net. He is comfortable outside that crease, and he had to make a quick stop on man. Scoville throws his man against the boards. Gullickson, challenged by man, comes back to Miller. Miller just didn't have the momentum as Gullickson was going to blow by him, but nice recovery by the freshman Miller. Minute 44 to go first period. Frost chips that and out of the zone. Lucia right off the bench. And now here's a break. Here's Vitali. Sharp side. And he just missed the top corner. Another shot. Blocked that time, I think, by Miller. Boy, this Frost, Tobias, and Lucier line, they just haven't had a chance to get the puck on their stick and control it. Maybe now they get it as the puck is down in low. Here comes Utica the other way. Frost on the back check. Miller will pick up Bro. Coming up to a minute to go in the first. This was the danger time on Thursday night when Utica fired off 2 goals in less than half a minute. Schaefer, Shen, Quinlivan are the forwards out there now. Daddario with a chip into Green. Green with 44 seconds to go to Schaefer. Bounces over his stick. Back to Schulteis. Shen was there in the middle to pick up that pass. Shen avoids one hit. But that chip too far to Schulteis. And now Utica will be able to clear one more time. Schaefer to Quinlivan. Quinlivan, he's got 1 goal today. He's got 23 seconds on the clock. Throws it on net. Piros thought he had it. And then it ended up just in front of his pads. Quinlan on the draw. 16 seconds left to go. Back out to center ice. Goes into the Nazareth bench, and another whistle with 10 seconds on the clock. Face off at center ice with 10 seconds. Shen will take it. Meineke right behind him. Thrown in by Purik. Sails out of his net. Throws it into the corner. 3 seconds still there. 1 second to go out front. And cleared away. Boy, you just can't. You got to hold your breath till that buzzer goes when you just got the puck with less than a minute to go in the period. Hey, stay tuned in between periods. We're going to show you what we call the Game in 6, highlights from previous Nazareth games. We're going to show you Nazareth versus Hamilton, a great win versus a top 15 team just before the Christmas break. We'll take a 15-minute break in this game. It's 1-1 after 1, and stay tuned for the Game in 6. Flyers. And the Nazareth players coming back out onto the bench to start the second period. 2 goals in that first period. Let's start with the Utica Pioneers right on the power play. Seconds after the power play started, right in front. And it's Jacob Rowe with his 9th goal of the year, an assist to Anthony Caffarelli. But then we talked about the grit of the Golden Flyers. Roughly 25 seconds later, Joey Schaefer throws it in front. Liam Quinlivan is on the doorstep, but he tips it in and ties the game up at 1. And that's where we stand, 1-1 at the start of the second period. Anthony Quinlivan will center his line with Ethan Luizos and Will Halecki. Back on the point is Andrew Miller and Jeremy Swartz. Jacob Rowe, Daddario, and Morse. The forwards for Utica. And now Bro is kicked out, and here's Morse. To Swartz. Up off the glass, out of reach to Halecki. Everybody stays on side. Halecki, top of the circle, shot. And a save by Piros. Nazareth averages 30 shots a game, so they are right on pace with 10 now, just at the start of the second period. Oh, Morse with a great glove grab on that hard dump out. And then it ends up deep in the Nazareth zone. Here is Luizos. Little shovel backhand pass to Miller, who throws that on net. Miller finishes his check against Purek. Bro across his own zone to Purek. Purek up to Morse. Dressler finishes his check. Now here is Tobias. Trying to get it to Frost, and he does. Frost with some speed and some space. Frost shot, rebound, sitting right there. Lucier didn't see it. Dressler drops down like a shortstop to stop that dump out. Throws it right back into Purek. Purek and Scoville have played the entire second period so far. Still can't change. It's a long change in the second period. They're going on 1:10 seconds. Now it comes to Frost. Frost shot way up over the net. Off the glass. Rebound to Tobias. And finally, Piros grabs that, and Utica is able to change its line. And that for the first time, the line of Lucier, Frost, and Tobias were able to at least control some of that puck. There's that replay of Frost's shot way up over the net. Got some interesting numbers for Frost and Tobias when it comes to all-time point getters and scorers for Nazareth. And we'll share that at the next stoppage of play. Here's Schulteis. Bounce pass to Igusa. Right back to Schulteis and to Brighton. Intercepted by Shen. Shen loses that and goes right through Schulteis' feet to Schaefer. Schaefer battles in the corner. Liam Quinlivan is there to pick it up. Igusa slaps his stick. He's wide open at the point. He's shot on net. Cleared away by Schulteis. Around to him again. Igusa thinks about pinching, but he doesn't. He backs out. As Utica had a couple of players right behind him. Now Igusa's caught. Here is Gullickson. Gullickson on the outside. Vitale. Puck goes behind him. Here's Della Rivera. Into the corner. Back to Vitale. That pass stopped by one of the referees. Green with a cross-check into the boards. Does it again and finally clears the play out of his zone. Backs with a long pass up to Lundberg. 13 is Hughes. Back to the point. Long shot, big rebound. Back down into Della Rivera behind the net. Scoville thought about letting it go. Stanijevic was in his way. Loose puck in the slot, taken away by Harrison Dumas, who will circle back into his own zone. Then back up to Mann. Mann checked by Lundberg, up through the middle. Dumas picks that out of the air. quick stop on backs. Pinched against the boards. Halecki runs into the referee and then loses his stick. Advantage Utica here. Here's Lundberg. Behind him is Hughes. And Lundberg goes forward with it. Swartz pushed into the boards. Quinlivan is down in low. Miller gets wrapped around. Halecki backhands that out of the zone. Here's Oliver. Deflected it up into the net. And a whistle with 16:32 on the clock. So, looking at Blake Frost and Logan Tobias. Frost is 9th all-time in points for Nazareth with 53. He's 8th in assists with 36. And he's got a point in 3 straight games. 2 goals and 1 assist in the last 3 games. We'll get to Toby's numbers in a moment. Back to Purek. Oliver's on this side. Purek throws that on net. Sails in the butterfly stance. Stops that. Halecki quick turn up to Luizos. Spins around. Gets it. Pressured right at the blue line by Oliver. So he throws it into the corner to Halecki. Purek's got him pinned. Oliver pulls the puck out of those feet. Back to Dressler. Bro is on him quickly. Bro's got his stick on that puck. Agusa loses that, trips up Bro, and no call there. So now we look at Logan Tobias. He's 5th all-time in points, 44 goals, 20 assists, 64 points. He's 1st in all-time goals, tied for first in all-time power play goals. He's got 4 goals in the last 3 games. We only bring that up to say these 2 players are really special. We knew that. But they're getting into the all-time ranks with Nazareth. And here is Tobias against Schulteis. Long reach by Schulteis, and he wins it. Cross ice pass to Morse. He is dangerous. Saw a little bit of daylight. Shot and a save by Sales. And now Morse and Agusa come together in front of the net. Utica with 15 shots on net. They lead the conference in shots. 680 shots on net this season. That's 42 a game. Lucier on the draw against Caffarelli. And won by Nazareth finally. When's the last draw they won? Hard to remember. Utica dominating on that stat. Behind the net is Vitali. Lost that punt. Agusa pinches him, backs, jumps in, gets it again, back shot, shoulder save by Sales. Probably the best save we've seen by Sales today. Now here's Frost. Frost to Lucier, off his skate. Lucier, one move, Tobias! Oh, just misses. Boy, every time that line gets the puck is dangerous. Here's Tobias again, hard off the boards. That's going to be icing. And so that line will stay out there. Let's see how that play developed. It was, I think, Tobias that got it up to Frost along the boards. And here's the rebound to Tobias, and it's up over the net. Well, Toby has scored a couple of goals that way, coming in at the, kind of following the play, loose puck, backhander into the net. Here's Utica, shot by Brighton. Picked up by the Pioneers behind the net. Back out to Brighton again. His quick shot. Off the stick of one of the players. Frost quickly up to Tobias. How does he pick that puck up? Quick shot. Goes wide, and now that line will change. Nazareth has to be quick. Here come the Pioneers the other way. It's De La Riviere to Lundberg. Lundberg with a soft throw in behind the net. Comes right to De La Riviere. His quick shot goes right into Sales, and Hughes knocked down one of the Flyers in front of the net. Gut will take this draw for Utica. Shen for Nazareth. And Shen wins it. That's 2 in a row for Nazareth. Purek Jumps up from the point, stops it a second time. Gut will be there, and now finally comes clear. Quinlivan, pass picked up behind Schaefer. Schaefer throws that. Whoa! Piros thought he had it in his glove. I think it went off his helmet and down in between his pads. Schaefer will take this draw. Shane Murphy will take it for Utica. Murphy does a nice job to move that down in low. Picked up by Quinlivan. Quinlivan circles. Backhands that behind the net. Shen chasing here. Wood gets tripped up as he clears it out of the zone. Utica wanted a tripping call on that play. I don't blame him, actually. Wood was knocked down right in front of us. Now Green. You could hear Schaefer tapping his stick in the near side. He was wide open. He wanted that pass. Scoville up off the boards, and this will be icing. If it gets there, it does. And a face-off back in the Utica zone with 13 minutes and 13 seconds to go, and still a 1-1 game. These two teams played Thursday night in what ended up being a thriller, a 5-4 Utica win. Two great uniforms, by the way. I mean, the moose on the front of the Utica jersey is awesome, and the golden flyer and on the Nazareth home uniform is awesome as well. Flipped up by Yagusa. This is probably going to be icing. No, waved off. Daisuke put a little backspin on that. Here's Bro. Wood cutting through. And Bro had to put it in the corner so his line mates could change. Gusa behind his net. Quick stop. Dumas is all the way back at. He's so far down to the Utica line, he's out of your camera view. Oh, it almost got to him now. Here's Stanijevic. A guy with a nose for the puck. Wherever Lucas is, that puck ends up. Bro gets a big hit by Gusa. Grabbed onto his stick, too. Now he's back up on his feet. Dumas. Spins around to Man. Man to Agusa. Fires that in. This will be icing. And the Nazareth bench complaining about that. I'm not sure what the complaint is about. I thought it was an obvious icing call. I think maybe what the Nazareth bench is saying is that they chipped it in. That Agusa threw it up the boards. And it was chipped in, and we'll see if the officials decide this face-off is at center ice. They do. They do. So the Nazareth bench will a whole lot closer to the play than I was. They knew what they were talking about. And a face-off at center ice, won by the Pioneers. Hughes puts it back to Scoville. He'll throw this in the opposite corner. Utica is so good at their dump-ins. It's not random. It's strategic. It's hard around the boards, and there's a player to get it. It's a flip into the far corner with a deadened puck, and they almost get possession. Here's Luizos. Halecki trailing him. Almost skated over the puck. Now Miller's got to get in there and pinch. Della Rivera pulls it out. Hughes is with him. Sails out of his net now to stop it. Goes by him to Miller. Miller quickly up the middle. Great pass. One quick look, and it got Quinlivan. Here's Halecki. Bad angle. Shot! Goes wide. Can Luizos keep it in? Yes, he does. Fires it on net. Comes to Halecki again. Fans on it. Dressler! Just misses. Lucier has it to Frost. Frost fires on net. Blocked by Schulteis. Lucier picks up the rebound. Pushed into the boards by Della Rivera. Here's Schulteis. Trying to find Gullickson on the near side. Goes up along the boards to Hughes, who will whack it by Meineke, who'd come down to the ice. Bad hop off the boards, goes right back to the Utica D, and Brighton will throw it in. Tobias battles with one player. Comes away with it to Frost. Frost with speed. Frost in front. Oh, and he just lost the puck as he went through the crease. Blake is so fast. Piros stops that back to Schulteis. Intercepted by Shen. Shen trying to find Quinlivan in front. Shen's got it, wrap around. And Piros keeps it out. Off to Stanchion. Chipped in by Shen. Luizos will forecheck. Utica all the way out to Vitali. Vitali waiting with 10 minutes to go in the second period, and we're still tied at 1. Icing here, waved off by the linesman. I think he saw back sort of like slow up a little bit to try to get that puck down the ice. Coming away with Bro. Here's a 2-on-1 with Morse. Danger play. How about that stop by Agusa? Let's see that one again. Boy, the big guy facing two great goal scorers, Bro and Morse, on a 2-on-1. And Agusa drops down to stop it. The 2-on-1 develops right here. Watch Agusa. Oh, uses his big body to get in the way of that pass. That's the way they teach it. Take away the pass. Let the goalie deal with the shot. You take away the pass. Here's Bax, challenged by Schaefer to Scoville. Up the middle to Bro. How about that pass? Bro all by himself. And a great save by Sales. Oh, and then a big hit against Shen on the boards. Schaefer at the end of his shift. Digging to get back. Here's Utica on the outside. That's Daddario. Daddario is circled once. Now he'll stop. Tries to go out front. Mann picks it up. Mann hooked a little bit. Mann's got a little bit of daylight. Flips that up to Stanijevic. Stanijevic will throw that on net and get pushed into the boards. Swartz, fans on that. Here's Dumas in his own zone. Back to Swartz. Swartz on the outside. Dumas charging to the net. Shot, saved by Piros. Rebound right there. Taken away by the Pioneers, and here comes Wood back the other way. How about this action in the second period? Wood with a quick stop. Green chases him. Shot on net. Taken away by the Flyers, and they come back the other way. Here's Mann. Halecki trails him. Mann shot. Glove save by Piros. So much action, and here comes the last play. There's the shot and the glove save by Piros. That was the end of what was an up and down, end-to-end game. Draw, one by Nazareth. A quick shot by Meineke goes wide. Here's Luizos. His pass blocked by Purek. Utica tries to flip it out. Meineke throws it right back in. Anthony Quinlivan on side. Back to Halecki. Halecki goes down in deep. Quinlivan to Halecki. Comes all the way up to Dressler. He'll go across ice to Meineke. Meineke throws down into the corner to Quinlivan. Quinlivan knocked off the puck by Purek. Utica got a chance to clear, and they do. Dressler drops down in the shortstop style and then takes the body. Here's Utica out in front. Chipped up over the net and into the boards. Meineke with some space as Utica changes, and 7.5 minutes to go in the first. Halecki deflects that towards the corner, comes to Lundberg. Lundberg up the middle. Here's Hughes. Hughes gets tripped down. And a penalty coming up to Nazareth. They got to touch it, and they do. And a penalty shot against Hughes. So that was a diving play by Agusa to take down Hughes, who found himself right up the middle. And here comes the dive by Agusa. And here comes the penalty shot. This is the first one I can remember. Here comes Hughes. Hughes over the blue line against Sales. Hughes waiting. Shot saved by Sales. Aiden Hughes with 2 goals on the year, and this was the power play attempt. He stopped there a little bit, and then Sales stood tall and a blocker save. You wonder if Utica, with the ultimate power play unit in the country, would have preferred the power play. How do you give up a breakaway chance, though? Here's now Lucier. Lucier tries to get it over to Tobias. Frost steps up into the play. Frost loses an edge, and Lundberg comes back with it. Here's Della Revere to Lundberg over the blue line. To Schulteis, shot from a bad angle. Gets in behind the net. Kept there by Kupani. Back to Scoville at the point. Under 7 minutes to go, second period. A 1-1 hockey game between Utica and Nazareth. Utica coming into last weekend, the number 2 ranked team in the country. Shot from a bad angle. There was a little bit of daylight there between Sales and the post. That was a dangerous play. Here's Scoville. Down in low again. All kinds of traffic in front. Loose puck. Hughes back out in front. Scoville waiting. Shot! Blocked by Frost. And he gets a round of applause from the fans and some stick taps along the bench. So there is your 9th all-time point getter for Nazareth University hockey, getting down horizontal and blocking a shot from the point. He is a 200-foot, all-around, gutsy player. Here's Liam Quinlivan. Saucered into Shen, turned over, picked up by Miller. Miller is going to be offside. He's got to get onside. Now he does. Here's Quinlivan. Throws that on net. Comes to Schaefer. I thought if Joey had handled that cleanly, he could have thrown that right back on net. Bax gets around Miller. Throws that in, and an icing call against Bax. Now, that one I didn't understand, and neither does the Utica bench. No discussion with the referees about this. They're convinced. And the faceoff goes back in the Utica zone. Here's Mann on the draw with Stanijevic. Kind of a weird lineup here where Dressler's back. They try to have a guy wide, and Stanijevic was a nice hustle play to keep that puck in. Utica's got a player all the way down at the far blue line, still out there, and that's causing Meineke to back up to the red line. Big hit by Dumas as he powered backs into the boards. Here's Wood, throws that on net, and Sales deflects that up into the netting. One of the plays Utica likes to make all the time is to, if there's even a slight chance that they get possession of the puck, one guy takes right off. So the defense have been trained and instructed on Nazareth is that no shots into shin pads. No shot. There's a shot that gets almost all the way to the net. Now here comes Green. Luizos waiting. Shot. I think that went off of Griffin's skate and goes into the corner. Purek up the boards to Morse. Lecky gives Bro just a hard enough time that Bro lost that possession back to Green. Now Anthony Quinlivan flips that forward to himself. His line was changing, so no help out there, except Frost is there now. And look at that. Look at Blake get that puck away from Bro. Big collision. Here's Tobias. Oh, my goodness, what a save. Rebound! Up over the net. Frost loses an edge. Back around to Dressler. How did Nazareth not put that into the open net? Frost behind it. Lucier in front. Back to the point. Kupani. No play except down in low. That's that instruction. No shots off shin pads. Because Utica has a designed play for that where they send somebody flying as soon as that happens. Here's Lucier to Dressler. Some space. Shot. Blocker save. Rebound to Frost. In front to Lucier. Couldn't quite get that pass to Tobias. Tobias picks the pocket of Wood, and then he gets knocked into the boards. Bench is complaining about everything right now. Here's Lucier. Drop pass. Shot. Off of Scoville. Boy, this game, the energy and the intensity has just gone up a notch. Here's Schaefer in front. Miller hooked a little bit. Quinlivan couldn't get there. Schaefer took a whack at it. Goes back to Shen at the point. Shen goes out into Schaefer. Nazareth looking like Utica with puck possession, and now finally Piros gloves it, and a whistle. Well, we've got about 10 highlights to be able to show you there. We'll show the last couple of moments of the play. Here comes Shen. And this is where the puck finally comes out in front of Piros, and he reaches forward and grabs it. 3.5 minutes to go, second period. Shen will take the draw against De La Riviere. Shen wins it, but the puck goes over Miller's stick. Next time Nazareth has a face-off inside the Utica zone, look at how they set up. Here's Brighton with a long shot off a body. How many shots have the Flyers blocked today? So we'll make a note to look at the face-off setup. It's almost as if they're setting somebody on the off wing with a design to get the play to that player. Utica throws that back in. Lundberg against Swartz. Swartz goes back the other way even though he had space on this side. Miller with a big collision in the corner. Schaefer and Schulteis meet on these boards. 2.5 minutes to go. This is where the Pioneers can just throw a flurry of shots and goals. Here's Wood. Out in front. Big collision in front of Sales, and now players pushing and shoving each other. 2 minutes, 24 seconds on the clock. Both teams basically tied for shots on net. 24 for Nazareth, 23 for Utica. Both teams tied in goals, one apiece. Both in the first period. Roughly 25 seconds apart. Other than that, it has been a gritty, grinded-out game. Here's Gutt on the draw with Mann. Now that shot goes up into the netting. Those two players will do that face-off one more time. This will be the last time George Roll plays Utica in a regular season game. Probably the last time they play here. After George's stellar career. Long shot. Blocked by one of the Nazareth defenders. Wouldn't it be something if George could finish his career with a win against Utica? Dumas took a huge hit against the boards. That's going to be a Utica penalty. Mann has got it. Sales is on the bench. Down in low to Stanijevic. 6 skaters out on the ice for Nazareth. Under 2 minutes to go, and a whistle as the Pioneers touch the puck. So the signal was a hand behind the head. Here comes the hit right here with Dumas. Oh my goodness, that was some collision. But Harrison got back up on his feet. And now Nazareth on the power play. It'll be Luizos on the draw with Stanijevic, Mann. Tobias drops back to the point with Dressler. And Utica wins that draw. Schulteis will lead this rush.
Utica penalty assessed to number 26, Anthony Bass. He receives a minor for contact to the head.
So a minor penalty, contact to the head is the call.
Contact to the head.
Dressler drops it to Tobias. A long blue wall. Here's Luizos. Avoids a hit, throws it around to Schulteis. Mann is there to try to stop it, and he does a little bit anyway, and the Pioneers clear it. Dressler quickly on the other side to Luizos. Ethan tries to get around the official. Now it's a 3-on-2 for Utica. What do they do with this play? Morse will let that puck go and change. 1:10 to go in the period, 1:16 to go in the power play. Here's Tobias. Maybe he can do it all by himself. Logan with a quick stop. Puck taken away from him, and Pioneers will clear. Nazareth only had 4 skaters on the ice there for a moment. That's why there was no defenseman back at the point to pick up the puck. Schaefer to Quinlivan. He'll leave it for Liam Quinlivan. Back down to Schaefer. Frost on this side. 39 seconds to go. Igusa throws that on net. Oh, and Pieros with a solid glove save there. Not sure what the line confusion was there for Nazareth, but it was basically 4-on-4 for 10 seconds. Now they've got their lines figured out. Frost is out there with Schaefer on the draw, Anthony Quinlivan in front, Liam Quinlivan top of the circle, and Igusa is the other defender. Frost did a no-look backhand pass, trying to get it back to Igusa, but it was stopped by Bro. Here's Dice K with 20 seconds to go in the period. Backhand pass to Frost. Far side to Quinlivan. Liam gets pinched against the boards. Nothing going on this power play, and it's not going to happen now. As Sales picks up this puck behind the bench, or behind the net, there's 5 seconds to go. Igusa should just let one rip right now. Do it. Let it go. So as we start the third period, Naz still on the power play for 7 seconds. Hey, stay tuned in between the second and third. We're going to show you highlights. The game in 6 between Nazareth and Geneseo. A great game here last week at the Tim Hortons Iceplex. We've got a 15-minute break. Enjoy game in 6. We'll see you at the start of the third. Hockey night in Rochester. Let's go, let's go. And it's great to be back with you as the players get ready for the opening draw in his own zone. Lead pass to Panchizan. Far side, Knights inside the blue line. Wrist shot glove save by Dylan Weimer, his first save of the night. Down in the corner is Melso from his D position. Still has it to McDonald in the slot. Shot goal! Alex Demensky with a wrister. He came right off the bench, got that pass at the high slot, and fired it by Weimer. So here's, watch Demensky come off the bench right there. Nobody covering, nobody saw him, and the wrist shot goes in, and it's 1-0 Knights. That was the first really sustained attack by the Golden Flyers. There's a long lead pass up to Tobias. Quick stop, move, back in, pass to Frost. Shot! Goal! The Golden Flyers answer. It's 1-1. Tobias to Frost, and he snaps one to the top of the net. There's that long pass. Quick stop. No look pass to Frost, and he let it go right away. Puck through the slot. Shot. Great save by Weimer. Wow, that was a wide open net. I think that was Kovacs who had that one-timer, and Weimer goes across the crease and makes a save. Out over the blue line is Zarudny. Left it for Frost. Frost has it. Tobias in the slot. Tobias! Oh, great save by Harris. 5.5 minutes to go first period. Gusa ran over Panchizan. Long shift for the Nazareth D, including Ross. Here's Purcell. And Zarudny. Shot goal! So it was sort of incumbent for Nazareth to get the puck out. Puck gets right into the slot, and a shot from the top goes in. Near side to Dumas. Dumas, long pass off the boards. Not a bad look, actually. Stepped up by Walters. Gets that pass. Here is Purcell. Shot. Goal! Purcell goes short side. Finds the daylight between Weimer and the post. And it's 3-1 Knights. Lucier out there with Frost and Tobias. Lucier tries to turn. Backhand pass. Shot! And right up over the net. What a one-timer by Logan Tobias. Kept into the zone by Nazareth. Yes. Still inside. Here's Tobias waiting, shooting, up over the net again. Rebound, goal! Here's Purcell. 2 goals today. To Morgan. Morgan can't get by the blue line. Gloved forward by Lucier. Now here's Tobias. Tobias all by himself. Toga. Goal! Tobias, shorthanded, and we're tied. Pushed that forward, and he had daylight, and I think he might have gone 5-hole. That's what it was. Minute and change this power play. Nelson drops back. Oh, pocket pick by Schaefer. Schaefer now in. They've already got one shorthanded goal. Schaefer, rebound shot, comes loose, still in front. Taken away by Fenderstock. Gains control. Here come the Knights back the other way. Here's Deisman. Deisman forced to the outside by Yagusa. Thought about a wraparound shot. Rebound still there. Still loose. Cleared away by the Flyers. 2.8 seconds to go in the third. Nazareth has a timeout in its pocket. They're not going to use it. Quinlivan on the draw. And it goes into the corner. And there is the buzzer. It's overtime here on a Friday hockey night. Linesman blows the whistle. Frost on the draw, and we're underway. Got to get possession of that puck, and it goes to Geneseo. Tobias will try to force that. Again, the last overtime they played against Brockport, they didn't touch the puck once. Let's see if they get possession here, and they will. Frost. Ford checked. Still has that. This is going to be a 2-on-1. Frost with Tobias. Tobias on the outside. Frost in the middle. Can the puck get to him? No! Big collision between Melso and Tobias. Now here's Morgan. Frost is back. Geneseo changes. Morgan in the middle. Melso shot. This is wide. This is a 5-minute overtime. Geneseo has already changed. George Roll throws his hands up from the bench. No, stay out on the ice. Here's Morgan. Stopped by Tobias. Morgan falls down. Back to Zarudny. Tobias reaches for him. Zarudny shot, scores! Geneseo with a goal in overtime, and they win it. So Morgan falls down, gets up on his feet, and what looked like a little harmless shot goes in. Golden Flyers coming out of their dressing room, out of the tunnel, back onto the bench for the third period, starting 1-1. Let's show you how we got here. Both goals in the first period on the power play with Utica. Just seconds into the power play, out in front, and it's Jacob Bro putting it in the net, and assist to Caffarelli. But then, 25 seconds later, we talked about the Nazareth, and here's the replay of the Utica power play goal. But just 25 seconds later, Nazareth, we talked about their grit. We talked about their toughness. And they come back 25 seconds later and tie it up with Joey Schaefer working along the wall, out in front, and Liam Quinlivan with the tip in. And those are the only 2 goals in the game. And here we go with period number 3. Lucier on that draw. Nazareth really starting on the power play, but now it's basically over. It was a 7 seconds remaining on that Utica power play. Now here's Lucier. Gains the red line, throws that in, can't get it by Scoville. But his dump out goes right back to Tobias. Long shot, blocker saved by Piros. Now Tobias has got it again, but it was right in his feet. Yagusa paddles it in behind the net. Lucier battling there, comes away with it. Tobias, rolling puck, leaves it for Green to Agusa, kicks it back up to himself. Frost behind the net, and Piros will glove that. So we got a 1-1 game and a hard battle game, and the top line for Nazareth, the highest scoring line for Nazareth, has a total of 4 shots on net. Lucier, Frost, and Tobias with 4 shots on net, and Toby's got almost all of them, 3 of them. If that line can throw more rubber on the net, that's what the Flyers will be looking for. Green picks that puck out of the air with his stick. Touched first by one of the Pioneers, so no whistle. Della Revere along the boards. Agusa separates him from the puck. Now here's Anthony Quinlivan. Anthony Quinlivan with the Conference Player of the Week last week. 4 goals in 2 games, including a great comeback win against Cortland. Long lead pass intended for Hughes. Picked off by Quinlivan. He'll throw that right back on net. Now Quinlivan and Murphy collide at the blue line, and both are a little slow to get up. Here's Brighton. Brighton shot, blocker save. Sales reaches out and grabs it. So Nazareth has given up the most number of goals in the conference, 62. But of those 62, 24 were in 3 games, including an 11-4 drubbing by Utica here back on November 8th. Boy, how this season has changed. Long intended cross-ice pass broken up by Utica. It finally does come to Quinlivan. Gut takes it away from him. Here's Purick. Meineke toes that forward. Shen throws it in. Didn't get to the red line, though, and waved off by the linesman. Good break for the Flyers. Long lead pass as Wood tried to get behind the D. Boy, the Flyers' heads have got to be on a swivel in this period. Utica is trying to get by them the whole time, trying to get behind them the whole time. There's a dump in, stopped by Sales. Agusa up off the glass, and in one of the stanchions, here is Shen. Stanijevic crashes through, runs into Scoville, stays with him. Dumas gets hit by Scoville. And I wonder if Scoville took the worst of that. Now here's Stanijevic waiting, shooting, tried to go 5-hole, and a save by Piros. Vitali. Cross-checked by Agusa. Dice K tries to throw it out. Stanijevic was sort of in behind the play. If he had gotten that, he might have had some space. The end of the shift, though, for Lucas, so he's on the bench now. Here's Mann out there with Frost and Tobias. Mann throws it forward. Why wouldn't Mann want to stay on this line with the top 2 scorers on the team? Vitali from the red line. All right, on net. Tipped forward to Frost. Couldn't handle that. Brighton throws it on net. It knuckled wide. Schwartz against Morse. How good is this Nazareth defense? They've kept Drake Morse, the second leading scorer, the leading scorer in Nazareth, to 0 shots on net. He had a hat trick against them on Thursday. Not a single shot on net tonight. Might get one here, though. He's got the puck now. Morse in front, leaves that. Shot by Bro up over the net. Rebound! Comes right out in front. Here's Morse. Running a cycle now. In front! And Bro got his stick on that. Bro scored that first goal right from that same spot. Lucier takes it away and throws it up into the stands. So looking at the Division III poll as of January 20th, Utica's number 2, Geneseo's number 3. How about this for Division III hockey in upstate New York? Hobart, Utica, Geneseo, Hamilton, Cortland, all in the top 15. And then Oswego and Elmira getting votes to be in the top 15. This is the best Division III hockey in the country here in upstate New York. Wouldn't it be something if they had their own, if they all played in the same conference? No team would be more than an hour and a half away from each other. Pass is behind De La Rovere and thrown right back into the Nazareth zone. I'll tell you what, Ryan Piros is so confident, and as that puck gets deflected up into the stands again, that Utica goaltender Piros, so confident coming out of his net. He's a third defender when that puck goes down in low. 15:41 to go third, still 1-1. Finals on the road, by the way. Manhattanville beats Brockport, shuts them out 3-0. And Geneseo outscores Chatham 7-3. So that loss by Chatham helps Nazareth for sure. The win by Manhattanville, not so much. Brighton reaches for it, comes to Agusa. Daisuke's got to go forward with that puck, and he does, and now it might be icing, and it's waved off. In behind to Schulteis. Near side to Murphy. He'll flip that off the glass. Green whacks it right back towards him. That puck was rolling, so he didn't get much of it. Murphy throws that in behind the net to Schulteis. Right on net, blocked by Schaefer. Agusa paddles it to him. Schaefer will throw it in, and both players will change. Long lead pass to Gullickson. Seffarelli leads that forecheck. Gullickson's in there too. Here's Mann. That pass went behind Stanijevic and back up into the stands again. We're running out of pucks here pretty quickly. A new one will come in from the scorer's table. And the face-off just outside the blue line. Utica first in the UCHC. Nazareth in 5th spot. There's a turnover. Mann's got it. Mann ball by himself on the outside. Tries to go in front. Still got it. Shot and a save by Piros. Great effort by Mann. Stopped by Miller at the blue line. Miller down in low. Scoville pushes him into the boards. Taken away by Gullickson from the slot. Up to Vitali. Vitali drives the outside to Stanijevic. All kinds of players in behind the scene, in behind the play. Back down in the Utica zone. That's why there was so much space there. Here's Dumas. He'll fire it in. Penalty coming up to somebody. It's Utica. Nazareth is going to go on the power play. Not sure whether an elbowing call against the Pioneers, and Nazareth goes on the power play. Well, the Nez power play is left something to be desired. Not too shabby, though. 11 goals and 55 attempts, 20% conversion rate. Most teams would take that. 20% is totally acceptable. Far side to Frost. Quindelman pinches in. Puck stays in. Bounces down in low. Schaefer back to Frost. Frost to Liam Quindelman. Back to Frost. Blake's got some space. In front to Agusa. Still loose. Schaefer shoots as he was falling down. Schaefer's got it now. To Quinlivan. Tries to go it in front. Schaefer's got it behind the net. Here's Quinlivan. Frost is at the top. Agusa on the far side. He won't shoot. Tried to pass that to Schaefer. I want to see Dice K shoot the puck more. Quinlivan circles at the red line. Utica's trying to change. Quinlivan waiting. Toe drag through the middle. Schaefer stabbed at that. Goes up into the air and down into the corner. Frost keeps possession to Schaefer. Drives on the outside. Back to Frost at the point. 54 seconds to go in the power play. Back to Frost again. Dressler at the top. Quinlivan will leave the zone to change. Out comes Luizos. Here's Schaefer. Shot! Blocked by one of the Pioneers. Dressler off the boards, into some feet. A chance for Scoville to clear, and he will. That's the best possession on a Nazareth power play we've seen today, that's for sure. Half a minute to go. With the advantage, Dressler back to Luizos. Stanijevic on the near side. Far side is Tobias. Quick turn, checked quickly. Now he's tripped up and no call. Big break for Utica. Here comes gut shot. Big save by Sales. Long shot in, deflected easily by Puros. And cleared one more time. That should be icing, and it is. Let's go back to when Tobias was tripped up. So before the breakout by Utica where they almost had the break. So let's see if Toby gets tripped here. This is Mann on the break. Yeah, that's a great play by Mann, and he almost shoots it back. Alecki tries to stop that on the near boards. No icing there. Utica changes. Miller has it in the corner. Shen on the near side. He's got it just too far. They're going to call this icing. Oh, my, a game of inches. Shen missed that puck by inches. And the faceoff comes back into the Nazareth zone. It is clock watching time right now. Every stoppage of play, you take a peek. 11 minutes, 32 seconds to go. A tie game. Bro on the draw. Wins it to Morse. Morse shot off the goalpost. Oh, my goodness, and he throws his head in the air, wondering how that didn't go in. That's his first shot on net in the game, and it wraps off the post and goes up into the stands. Here it is, right off the draw. Bro to Morse, steps in, and look at his reaction. Oh, no. Daddario, his shot goes off Bro's stick. Now Bro's caught up with the Sales stick, and Matt will pick that up as the play goes back the other way. Puck in behind the Utica net. That is Dumas. Schulteis knocks him off the puck. Could be icing against Nazareth. Good battle between Morse and Agusa. And Big Dice K wins that. Here is Lucier on the draw. Lucier wins that, and then it's taken away by the Pioneers. 23 was Oliver. And now here comes Frost. Frost gets around Scoville. Lucier picks it up in the corner. Frost has it now to Tobias. Tobias to Frost. Frost shot! Blocked by Puros, I think. Now here come the Pioneers the other way. Here is Vitali. Vitali, great poke check. Rebound! Sales with a big save. Boy, the goaltenders have got to come up big now. Off the shot by Frost. Here comes the rush by Nazareth, and that's when Frost dumps it into the corner. 10:22 to go in the third. Still tied. Brighton. Checked by Quinlivan. Back out to the point again to Schulteis, to Brighton. Hard pass. Shot. Blocked by Quinlivan. Up into the air and into the stands. How many pucks have gone into the stands in this third period, by the way? The count is up to 5. Della Rovere will center Hughes and Lundberg. And it's Shen on the draw for Nazareth. Nazareth wins it to Brighton. Quinlivan tries to stop that. Shoulder save by Sales. Nazareth got it clear, and they do. Quinlivan goes back into his own zone now. Whoa, my goodness. Pass to Shen, up to Schaefer. Chips that. Can't get it by Schulteis. Near side to Hughes. Nice tipped in there to continue the play going. Meineke up the boards to Schaefer. Great clear by Joey Schaefer. Halecki hustling there against Purik. Scoville will take it away. Long lead pass up to Hughes. He makes the same play. Right on the tape to Swartz. Swartz up the boards. A weak pass, a turnover in their own zone. That's what caused the goals 2 nights ago. In front. Nazareth playing D here. Got a cowboy up on this D. Puck has got to get out of the zone hard. Wood against Swartz. Swartz has got a battle there. Wood comes away with it. Wood with 9 minutes to go. Pass back to Purik. Tries to reach down. Cleared away. Halecki on the race. Halecki against Scoville. And Scoville uses his long reach. Here's Gutt. Finally picked up that puck behind him. Sails out of his net. Leaves it for Swartz. Swartz runs that puck up the boards, taken away by the Pioneers. Here's Wood behind the net. Wood trying to find Brighton, tipped away from him. Stanijevic and Wood come together, and Brighton, Now Dumas has it, over the blue line. Dumas knocked down by Oliver. And a big hit by Agusa against Murphy. Boy, Agusa is just a huge body that comes at players. Man. Saucers that in. Piros out of his net. 8 minutes to go, third period. Here's Bro. Bro over the blue line. Daddario stays onside. Bro with a shot, and it's in! Bro with his second goal of the game. Somehow finds some space between Sales and the post. Oh my goodness. That was a seeing eye goal. It is 2-1 Pioneers. Last time Nazareth came back in 25 seconds to tie it up. There's a long dump in by Dressler. Frost around the boards to Dressler. Dressler knocks down Schulteis. He gets right back up. Near corner is Lucier. Scoville with a chance to clear. Right up the middle. Near side to Vitali. He's over the line. Vitali on the backhand. Checked by Meineke. Vitali comes away with it. Vitali in front. Gloved away by Tobias. Tobias up off the glass and out of the zone. 7 minutes to go in the game. Wrapped around. Utica changing, so Meineke's got some space. Frost runs into the boards right in front of us. Schaefer. Little flutter pass to Shen. Shen and Purik meet. They do it a second time. Shen gets knocked by Brighton. Now Miller steps up. That's a high-risk play there for Miller, but it worked. Here's a shot. Shen! Slap shot, just misses wide. Schaefer. Or Swartz throws that back into play. Now the Pioneers put it off the glass. Miller pinches again. So Andrew Miller making some aggressive defensive plays, and both times they've worked.
Utica even strength goal, his second of the evening.
Thrown in by Lundberg. Gott is on the other side.
Unassisted. That's Bro. Unassisted.
Miller
Even strength goal at 12:06.
flips that forward. Quinlivan's got to stay on side, and he does. Avoids the hit from Scoville. 6 minutes to go in the third. Puck still in the Utica zone. Schulteis with a chance to clear, and he does. Right on net. And Sales will save that and almost get a snow job from his own player, Utica. Here's the one-timer by Shen. And he was backing away, and sometimes when you're backing away, you're going to push that left. Alecki clears the zone right back to Scoville. There's Schulteis. Boy, Schulteis barely leaves the ice. Every time I look, he's out there. Here's Liam Quinlivan up to Luizos. Luizos on the outside. Big, long reach by Scoville stops that. To the point. Shot. Rebound! Oh, my goodness, what a save by Puros. Save of the game. Green had that lined up, a one-timer. Halecki at the point. Halecki waits. Shot! Blocker saved by Puros. Dice down into the corner. Tries to go out in front. Pulled away by Green. How about this shift by Griffin Green? Quinlivan back to the point to Halecki. He quickly fires that, and Pirro with another save. How does he stop this one-timer against Dressler? Here it is. Watch Dressler wait, stick in the air. Oh my goodness, it might have been the defenseman who stopped that. Either way, that is the save of the game. Here's Stanijevic. Battling two men in the corner, and now he's knocked down. Meineke throws that in quickly out. Here's Daddario. Daddario all by himself. Shot! Saved by Sales. Great defensive play by Meineke, too, as he interrupted that play without a penalty. Here it is. So Daddario gets the play. Meineke bothering. He dives. Sales stands tall and keeps it to a one-goal lead. Lucier, Frost, and Tobias on the ice with 4 minutes and 53 seconds to go. Shot by Vitale, blocked by some bodies in front of the net. He's got it again. The point is open to Brighton. Quickly on net and up into the glass, and I think that face-off should go outside. I thought that just went off Brighton's stick. Now they're going to say it was deflected by a Nazareth player. Lucier on the draw again. Frost and Tobias on the hash marks in the slot. Miller is behind the play, and he's got it. Good draw win by Lucier. A flip by Schwartz eventually gets up to Frost. Tobias drives to the net. Frost throws it into Tobias. Lucier's in front. And that one goes out of play. We've got a scarcity of pucks inside the Chick-fil-A arena. And the face-off will be to the right of Ryan Puros, who has made a game-saving save on a one-timer by Josh Dressler. Bro, who scored both Utica goals tonight. He's out there. As soon as he got that puck over the blue line, it was taken away. Near side is Lucier. Bounce pass off the board to Frost. Frost moves that to Miller, to Lucier, to Tobias, into Lucier. Something's developing here. Frost goes in behind the net. Scoville chips it nicely. What great hands by Scoville to get that over Frost. Stopped by Miller. Gloves it to himself. 3 minutes, 45 seconds to go, third period. Here's Schwartz to Quinlivan. Shen driving to the net. Off of Shen's skate. That's the break Nazareth needs. Just some dirty goal off a shin pad, a skate. The referee, doesn't matter. Agusa throws that in, bounces way out in front of Puros. Kept in by Schaefer. Schaefer with a move. The puck goes into the corner. Liam Quinlivan, tight turn on Schulteis. He gets knocked down. Scoville, he'll try to go up the boards. Green pinches in. Can he keep it in? No, it comes loose. Here's Lumberg. Lumberg tries to get by Utica, and he does. 3 minutes to go, third period. Here is Shen. Shen with a quick turn. Avoids the hit by Lumberg. Green has Halecki on the near side. Goes right back to Brighton. Brighton up to Wood. Wood in the middle. Poke check nicely. Goes into the corner where Luizos is. 2.5 minutes to go, third period. Time for the Flyers to gear something up. Here comes Anthony Quinlivan. His cross-ice passes stop. Can't get it by the Utica D, which is about 5, just they hang out 5 feet inside their blue line. That one gets by. Halecki wins that race. Halecki against Brighton. Brighton wins that. Here's Purik. Dressler jumps into the play. Sales is still in the net with 2 minutes to go. Pioneers have it over the blue line. Chips forward. Pioneers beat Nazareth 11-4 back in the second game of the year. Thursday night's game was a one-goal game. This is a one-goal game. Frost on the outside. Frost around Scoville. Sales is about to leave the net. He's halfway out. Now he's coming. Back to the point. Utica near side. Meineke won't shoot. Cross ice. Shot! Great save by Piros. Tobias has it. Cross ice to Utica. He'll shoot. Slap shot. Rebound goes into the corner to Mann. Mann back to Utica. Here's Tobias at the blue line. Tobias into the corner to Meineke. Back to Tobias. Mann in the corner to Tobias at the top of the circle. Down and low to Frost. Lucier is in front of the net. 1 minute, 8 seconds to go. Utica to Meineke. Need a shot here, boys, and it's out of the blue line.
Final minutes of play.
1 minute to go. Here's Tobias. This line cannot go off the ice. Now Tobias is going to change. At least he tried, but they're going to call that icing. Nazareth has a timeout. I think they're going to use it. The referee is looking at George Roll. And I think George is just going to hang on, and no, he's going to let it go. Now he's going to call timeout. Now he calls timeout. Well, that's a veteran coach move right there. To give his players as much rest as possible. "52 seconds left in the game. The final regular season game for Utica here against George Roll. 2 goals in the first period. The third goal in the third period. Both teams huddled around their coaches. Sales will be back in his net as this faceoff is going to be right to his right. We talked about Nazareth not winning draws, and when it comes to a crucial time in the game, this is it. This is it. Shen is going to take it. Frost is out there with Tobias and Utica and Dressler. Won by Utica, and they're just going to take this back inside their own zone. Now, Sales can come out of the net. Brighton tries to wrap it around. Ugica's there. Down and low to Frost, to Anthony Quinlivan. Dressler's got it. To Tobias. 34 seconds to go. Here's Shen to Tobias. All kinds of bodies in front of the net. Tobias shot. Rebound. Comes right to Frost. 25 seconds to go. Utica. Backhand pass to Frost. Utica. Dressler shooting. Rebound. Still there. And a whistle. Oh, Dressler's looking up into the skies. Looking for some answers from the heavens. in front like a goal line stand. Nazareth needs a tush push here, but we're going to get another timeout, this time by Utica. 18.2 seconds left.
Utica has taken their timeout.
So here's how the scoring started. There's the first goal of the game. That's by Jacob Bro, an assist to Caffarelli. That was 1-0. 25 seconds later, here come the Golden Flyers to tie it up with a shot in front, and Quinlivan with a deflection into the net. And then in the third period, here it is. This was the play that gave Utica the 1-goal lead. Bro from a terrible angle. Well, not a terrible angle, just a tough one. And he goes short side. Bro's going to be on this draw, by the way, against Shen. 18 seconds to go. Big win by Shen. Can he win the draw? No. Cleared out. Icing for Utica. And the whistle goes with 11 seconds on the clock. So, another chance for Shen to win it. Tobias is at the top of the circle. Frost is in front of the net. So Zagusa. Dressler's behind. Puck comes loose. In front! Deflected away. 6 seconds to go. Got to put this puck on net. Here's Dressler. Wrist shot. Deflected into the net with 1 second to go. And I think Nazareth want the referee. Now we got some pushing and shoving in front of the net. I think the Golden Flyers want the referee to add a second to the clock. The referee is surrounded by Flyers right now at the high slot. And now Schaefer's going to talk to the official. And now he's going to the scorer's box, and we'll see what change he makes. So it says 1.4 on the clock right now. I think Nazareth says it should be at least 2. Players are lined up ready to go, but we're going to hold off here for a second until we can set the clock properly. Utica coaches barking out orders for their players. I don't think the players understand that we're not ready to go. Now we are. Now it's 0.2 of a second left on the clock. That's not right. Now we've got 2 seconds on the clock. Here we go. On the draw is Anthony Quinlivan. Does he go forward with it? Yes, into the corner. Game over. What a battle. What a battle between these two old foes, Nazareth and Utica. The coaches shake hands. Final score, Utica 2, Nazareth 1. And knowing George Roll the way I do, there is no such thing as a moral victory. But you look at the way these boys played against Geneseo, the third-ranked team in the country, and the way they played against Utica, the second-ranked team in the country. Nazareth can be a dangerous, dangerous team to play. And they are a fun team to watch. And so is Utica, by the way. That's just a flat-out great hockey game we saw. 39 shots on net for Nazareth, 31 for Utica. 2 of them go in for the Pioneers, and that was enough. The final score is 2-1. Quick schedule thing here. Our next game is going to be in a week. A couple of weeks, actually.